Hello everyone, Stefan here with Bohemian Tales, and in today's video I'm going to talk about what it's like to live in a low roof camper van versus a house or an apartment. Let's get right into it. The most obvious thing is that it's smaller. However, my last apartment was in New York City and my bedroom was just the size of this van. Because my van, it's not a high roof, I can't stand up in it, so that right there is already a big difference. I either have to sit down or stand on my knees, if that makes any sense. However, if you do have a taller van that you can stand up in, that's already a huge plus. In a house, you just come home, you have the same address, come in, no problems. If you want to be in the city in a van, then most people stealth camp. If you want to know more about that, I have a video you can check up here. But basically, I have to look for a different parking spot every night because I don't want to be noticed. And that takes effort. I got used to it. It's not a big deal, but it does take a little bit of effort rather than just going home, open up the door with your key and enjoy the house without getting worried about what's going to happen if somebody's gonna come knock on your door or something. Most homes, they have a living room, they have a bedroom, they have a bathroom, they have a kitchen, they have maybe an outside area like a balcony or a patio or a backyard. In a van, this is the bedroom, this is the living room, this is the kitchen, and the restroom. I don't have a bathroom, but I have taken sponge baths in here, so could be a bathroom as well. However, the backyard is much bigger and it could change at any time I want. All I have to do is just get in the driver's seat, roll away to different places that I enjoy spending during the day, which is exactly what I do 100%. Another difference is food storage. I have food everywhere, guys. My fridge is 55 quarts and it only works as a fridge. It can be used as a freezer, but then I wouldn't have a fridge. It would be just the whole thing as a freezer. In a house, you have a freezer, you have a fridge, you have 6 times bigger storage in a fridge, so that's a big difference. However, I will tell you that I do like to go shopping for food. It does keep me a week, sometimes a little bit more, so I don't find it to be a big problem. The biggest problem I have with it is that I have a top loading fridge, so anytime I open it and I want to get something from the bottom, it's a lot of shuffling and taking things out and putting things back in. You know, as opposed to a house, you just kind of open the fridge and you grab whatever you need, close the door back, and then you're done. I mean, yeah, I guess sometimes if you have things in the back, you move things around, but it's not as much of a pain than just having a top loading fridge and like shuffling things around to get to the bottom or something. It also helps that I have a veggie/fruit basket, which don't need to be refrigerated. I usually keep the avocados there, onions, and fruits that I might have like oranges or apples or even bananas. And they're good for at least 1 week or 5 days when I go back and replenish. But usually they're fine outside. Even in the summer where the van gets pretty hot, the drawer is really low to the ground and that stays a little bit cooler. Just a tip for you there for that if you want to have your own vegetable and fruit basket. But that helps me a lot with the fridge situation. I'm not even sure if you're supposed to refrigerate bananas. I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that it's best that you don't. This is another big difference. In a house, you come home and you have unlimited electricity, you have unlimited water, internet, gas for your stove, unlimited heat, unlimited AC. In a van, there's no way you have any of that. For example, for me, for my water supply, I have a 7-gallon water tank, which I use to wash the dishes and wash myself. I almost never pay to fill up. However, it does take a little bit of research, a little bit of effort to find places that I can fill up for free. And then I have 2 separate 1-gallon jugs that I get filtered water, and that lasts me about a week, including, you know, just drinking water, making coffee, making tea. That's pretty much all I use it for. Because I can only carry a limited amount of water, I'm a lot more mindful on how much I waste and how much I use, which is, you know, at the end of the day, a good thing. It's good for the planet, let's say. The electric, on the other hand, I could say I have unlimited. even though I don't, because I do have a house battery, but because I have 400 watts of solar up on the roof and everything is pretty much 12 volt. I rarely use my inverter. If some of you don't know what that means, it's just the thing that changes from 12 volt to 110, or in some countries probably 220, to charge up just like a house basically. For my stoves, I say stoves because I have one single burner stove on the inside which uses butane and propane, and I like the fact that it uses butane. And the butane, if some of you don't know what that is the little canisters that pop right in. They're easy to work with inside. This stove, if I wanted to use propane, which I have, it does have a hose that attaches to the stove and then it attaches to a propane bottle or tank or whatever. On the outside, if I'm ever trying to cook outside, I have a bigger stove with 2 burners and that only uses propane. The reason I'm saying butane and propane so much is because I pay for that. I don't use a lot, but I do use propane and butane, so I always keep stocked up. For the heater in my van, I do have a diesel heater. My van is on gas. Basically, I do have a separate tank that I need to also fill up with diesel. That also costs extra money. If my diesel heater were to like tap into the gas tank, then I wouldn't have to worry about it. Of course, that also costs extra money regardless. The big difference with that though is that if it was to be attached to my gas tank, then I would have more time to be able to be somewhere in the woods and run my heater. With the separate diesel tank, I don't carry extra diesel except in the tank. Once I go through the diesel, no more heat for me. Because of that, I try to be mindful with my diesel as well. I only run it when I need it. That's usually before bed, if it's really cold, early in the morning. I don't really want to run it during the night when I sleep. I have done, but I try not to because of safety reasons. For internet, I usually try to use public Wi-Fi. I find it usually at a coffee shop because I just like coffee shops, and for the price of a coffee, I can be there for a little bit and work on the computer, upload videos, and all the other things that I need to do for high-speed internet. Some places just have free Wi-Fi. Don't forget to have a VPN or something like that, so like other users don't get into your computer. Or I also use it with friends and family if they have internet. That's a plus. They usually have high-speed internet. And for me to upload videos, that's usually pretty ideal, why I get to see family and friends. The last but not least is the less preferred way to upload videos is my phone. I do have a hotspot Wi-Fi on my phone. However, it's pretty slow, so it would take overnight to upload a video. I've done that in the past. I just don't have the bundle to use the hotspot for high speed. My phone does have high speed. It's also limited to 50 gigabytes. Then it slows down and it gets so slow that it's only usable for emails, to open emails and close them. Let's talk about showering. It's obvious in an apartment, for the most part, you have hot water. It's usually unlimited. In a van, I don't have a shower and I don't have hot water. What I do to remedy that... I'm talking too much. If I'm in the city, I do have a gym membership, $23 a month, Planet Fitness. Very nice. I still get to work out. They have showers. If I'm in the backcountry, there's a few ways I shower. Sometimes I'll pass by a campground and ask if I can take a shower. Some of them will let you have a shower for a few bucks, more like 10. If I wanna do like a sponge bath kind of a thing, then I can heat up some water on the stove, combine it with some cold water, and there you go. Have some usable water to wash myself. I also have a solar shower. I can use that as well. That just takes a long time to heat up in the sun. I am thinking about doing like one of those showers on the roof, on a roof rack, but I don't have a roof rack yet, so I'm not there yet. We'll see if that ever happens, because I'm looking at roof racks and they're like, whoo, expensive, man. If you live in a house and you like adventure and you like to go on a trip, you always have to pack. You have to be mindful not to forget anything. I usually forget something always. In a van, obviously, you have all your toys and anything you want with you. I love that about this lifestyle. The only thing that I need to make sure to stock up on is basically water, propane, and food, but I usually do that anyway, so I always know kind of what I have. I also love the fact that I have all my filming equipment and my photo equipment. It's only one camera, but it does both, and I can just really take off and go and film these videos and film my adventures and take photos of my adventures. For AC, I don't have an AC because that would take a lot of electricity. I don't have that much electricity and I don't want to spend much more money on the lithium batteries. They're pretty expensive to get. My remedy for that is that I have a fan up here, as you can see. I have another one in the front. I pop these both open, or you know what I'm talking about. It circulates air. My van also has the side windows that also open up. I usually just do away with the fans just fine. And you'll be surprised, if it's really hot outside, it can definitely stay around like 85, which is hot, I guess, but it also dries up the air in here. I want to try this out is that if I were to put like a damp towel on one of the vents, which is probably going to be the smaller one, that's gonna create an AC-like effect. I'm gonna try that and see if it works or not. But that would be a cool remedy to an AC, wouldn't it? All those great things about an apartment, like running water, gas, internet, you call it AC, electricity, they are called utilities. They cost money. Those utilities cost a lot less in the van, that's for sure. I might have to give up a few comforts, and everyday tasks just take a little longer. But at the end of the day, my van is paid for. I don't have any rent to pay. It's in good working condition. I usually just do regular maintenance on it, like I would do on a regular car if I lived in an apartment. And I can go wherever I want for the most part and enjoy a different backyard every day, as soon as the gas prices come down. If you click this video, chances are that you're already a van lifer or you have an interest in it. You can check out this video up here or this video here to see more van life stuff. Like this video if you so desire. Feel free to subscribe to the channel and I will see you in the next one.